Hello, welcome to Artemis Oracle. My name is Tan. I am your reader. Today I wanted to do a reading for Scorpio. I decided that I'm going to be an exclusive Scorpio channel because I am Scorpio. I have 4 Scorpio placements in my chart. I have a lot of water in my chart. My rising is water. My north node is water. My midheaven is water. Yeah. So I just want to stick with my Scorpio gang and see where my channel can lead me. What I love about being a Scorpio is that even though I've gone through some difficult situations from as early as my childhood to even to this moment, I've gone through a lot of challenges that have forced me to evolve, to constantly change, constantly improve. And it's a never ending cycle. And what I mean by that is that, yeah, the cycle can end, but then it begins again. And it always ends up with some sort of evolution on my part. And I think all of us, in some aspect, despite our signs, we do go through different situations, experiences, and hardships or obstacles that come into our life that force us to need to make a change for ourselves, for the people that we love, and also for the world. So the reason, today's reading is just for Scorpios, like I said, but I found it very interesting because I was just shuffling my cards and, trying to clear my mind and just prepare myself for a reading. And I got these 3 cards that fell out on their own as I was shuffling, and they're all Scorpio cards. They're all Scorpio. We have the Tower. It's Mars energy, but it's Aries and Scorpio, because remember, Scorpio is ruled by both Pluto and Mars. Scorpio was initially ruled by Mars before Pluto was discovered, and then they made Pluto Scorpio, but then Pluto was demoted as a planet, so it became Mars again. So we just say Scorpio is ruled by both Pluto and Mars. Now we have the Death card, which is Scorpio and Pluto. And I had to look this up because it's kind of hard to remember all the placements of the minor arcana, but the 5, 6, and 7 cards of the cups are Scorpio cards, and this one is in Mars. So we have Mars showing up twice, Scorpio and Mars twice. So the Tower has to do with sudden changes that occur, things that you don't expect to happen and have a big impact on your life. It could be within your personal life, it could be within your professional life, it could be financial, it could be with your home, it could be with different areas of your life that that you would feel are supposed to be supported and stable, but something can often cause some type of sudden change that disrupts the way you live, the way you operate, the way you, I guess it just forces you out of stagnancy if you've been complacent, and forces you to consider what you can do to improve the situation. So that, because towers, they can be a good thing and a bad thing. They're catalysts, essentially. So with the Death card, it's like something, whatever tower happens in your personal life as a Scorpio, it's causing you to have an end of a cycle or phase of something that no longer serves you, something that no longer is beneficial in your life, or will require some level of upgrading. Because if the stagnancy is keeping you at a certain place where you are complacent, and in turn you start to become unhappy, because sometimes we get comfortable, but then we get too comfortable, but then then start to get uncomfortable for some reason. It's like, why am I uncomfortable? What is going on? You know, like, so this tower could be something that's more an internal one, where it's forcing you to consider in what areas you need to improve, to live a better life or change the way you're living. If you're not in that, if you are feeling uncomfortable and are feeling the need to change something, and it's something that has been disappointing, it's something that has caused you to feel defeated and dissatisfied. It could be an actual relationship that ended, or someone passing away, God forbid, you losing something that is precious to you. And it could even be something of sentimental value that you feel so, you have an emotional tie to, and then to lose it, it's causing you to be in this moment of grief. And in grief, we have to go through the different stages. There's the denial, and then there's the bargaining, and then I'm not sure what the 5 stages are, but eventually you get to this point of acceptance that whatever it was that ended, that is no longer serving you, but you're making that change, or feeling the need, the motivation to change, because you're no longer happy with the status quo. And I think, as a human, regardless of our zodiac sign, I think that's one of the hardest things for us to do, especially when we have some sort of bond with it, like this attachment, I should say. And it could be an unhealthy attachment. Mostly, if it's something that we need to release, it's most likely something that is unhealthy. It can be an addiction. An addiction could be with substances. It could be with being materialistic. It could be with a negative habit or mindset, a way of being that really hinders your personal development, where in turn improves your development in other areas in your life. But, with endings, there's always a beginning. It's like the season. We go through all these phases. We have fall, where everything starts to die, and then winter comes, and then everything gets like a blank slate. And then during the spring, everything starts to bloom again. It's like a renewal. And then in the summer, that's where you're like at your most high, your happiest. And I'm referring to seasons as phases in our life, especially if we're starting from scratch. We're like in the fall, we're releasing, and we're clearing the path during the winter to allow something new to develop, to grow, to flourish, to the point where we're feeling abundant and happy and blessed in the summer. So that's what I mean by phases of life. And when you think about endings, it's sad, especially if it involves another person, where you are so used to them being around, but it's like you understand that at some point the relationship has run its course, and as hard as you try, as much as you try to revive it in some way, some things cannot be revived. Some things just have to die. There's no way you can stop the leaves from changing colors during the fall. It's just what's going to happen. It's a natural occurrence. But then it's like it clears the way for something new to come in. It's like winter is the cleansing. Like right now, we're in winter in New York, in the northern hemisphere. I was gonna say that weird. So right now it's like we're going through a cleanse, and though there's some stuff going on, that is in the political government arena, And I don't want to touch on that because I think that personally, we're going to handle certain things to the best of our ability. And we have to have faith that things can work out, and we could just, and the best thing we could do is just, work with what we have, and, work towards what we want. But, so endings aren't always bad. Sometimes relationships do end, and, you have those seasons pass by, and then maybe you change where you feel like you're ready to return to a relationship, or you realize, the ending was the best thing because now I'm moving in a different direction that is better serving me. Or, the person goes through some type of change themselves, and they too feel, okay, maybe I want to return to that relationship. Maybe we could start over. Or they also think, yes, this is the best thing. The separation, this departure, this ending is for the best. And it's the same thing like with any phase in your life. Like if you're retiring, you've worked in a field or occupation for so long, but then it's like, I'm so used to this. I've done as much as I can, but I'm ready for something new. So it's like you're allowing yourself to go through that process of accepting the end is coming, but that you're opening and clearing the path for something new to begin. It's like that idea can be applied to so many different areas of our lives. And I think that's the case here with Scorpios. We have the new lunar new year, I always get it mixed up. The lunar new year on January 29th. It's going to be the year of the snake. And when we think about snakes, we often think about the negative connotation. They're poisonous, they're sneaky, they're conniving. But if you're looking at it from the standpoint of a Scorpio who often has to evolve through different situations so that they could better handle anything that comes up that may resemble anything that they've experienced in the past, you're shedding this old skin, you're renewing yourself. It's like a rebirth, and you're now better equipped, but then to handle what is coming in this new phase of life. But then you are also in a way kind of like you're in that full journey, because it's like that cycle ended. The world didn't end, but a cycle ended, and you're in a way it's like you're being born again. It's like a rebirth in a way, where you're going into this new situation, but you're not the same person you were before you shed the skin. You're someone completely new, someone who has evolved and is ready to go towards whatever it is they're heading towards. Whether it's with happiness, abundance, creativity, love, projects, anything that's brand new to you. I think that's what I wanted to say. This is what I get from these cards, that something was a catalyst that caused a change, that is forcing you to leave something behind, but to go towards something new. And just know that with this new phase, I just want to say you're ready. You're ready to face it, whatever it is. It's like you want to move past these 3 sad cups and then move forward to something that will be more fulfilling for yourself. And it could be in anything. This isn't a love reading or anything. This is just a general reading off of these cards. So, yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. So, if you enjoyed my my reading or this reading, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Artemis Oracle to see more. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I'm wishing you love and light. Take care. Bye.